Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it's working. It is working. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's see if I can do that a little bit. Hello, hi, folks, and welcome to Booghy Plays. I mean, yeah, let me see one thing. We should have here, yeah. I don't think we can change right now the translation. It will automatically translate your stuff to me, but it is what it is. Hello, how are you? Uh, so, no, I'm interested in this one. Hello, 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 hello. Now it automatically translates, and I hate that. I would like not to do that. You are there. Okay, if somebody else comes by and have some questions. Hello. So, um, I have to change the automatic translation, and I don't know if I'm able to do it right now while I'm live, because it says open Google Chat. No, start translating in YouTube chat. I'm trying to find out how to stop automatic translation. So, as a streamer, live stream settings. No, I'll have to do that afterwards. Yeah, but I want to see if I'm able to change that, because I don't want translation. It's automatically translates into Romanian, which is automatically dumb, because I'm not interested in that. I hate this. I actively hate this. Let's see, where is that? He did it on his own. Streaming. Hello, hello. Is somewhere there? Let's see. Yeah, I can't find anything. So I'll just have to wing it. Hello. So so uh just doing as from time to time, we'll just doing a bit of an update, because hey, um it's good to do it. Let's change the battery. I thought the battery was an issue, but it's not the battery. It was the fact that I didn't have the USB thingy plugged in. The battery is fine. So tell me what. I don't know where I here. Okay. Okay. I don't have translation here. This is absolutely idiotic. Well, there's no one here yet, so I see no issues. I see an issue here though, because this has to go away. And I have to add something up here, and now we don't have cables on. Do I have anything else on? No. I don't. I'm hitting the dots, but I see nothing as. I can add you as a moderator. I don't see where I can change that. Maybe if I change the. Or toggle off automatic. There's no one in right now. Let's just take it off a little bit. 1 second. Okay. Oh, Shakuma Portasha. And we should be back right now. Yes. In English, baby. We are all in English. Finally. Okay, so now if somebody stops by, we will be on. Dee's here, by the way. She's poking her head. So, um, finally, I can see it. So, um, we've been off, uh, off, not off, off, but we are just, yeah, we are um, a little bit have taken a step back, and um, yeah, we took care a little bit more of us because we have, yeah, because we were absolutely tired, absolutely knackered, absolutely everything. uh what did we do? So lately we have been training a lot, uh 2 training sessions, almost two training sessions per almost every day, uh, because I just wanted to. I felt that my health was declining, and I said, well, I always felt good when I trained more, so I made myself, because I am a certified coach. I know how to create a program, and I've created a program so we can train a little bit more, and we've been doing that. We had more, so because we kind of, so in the last month and a half, we kind of took it really easy. You have played almost no games, very little games from time to time, but almost no games. It's a what is it called when you do that thing um when you cleanse or something like that, uh something like that. When it comes to games, we played almost no games. um Not, mainly because I just needed some time off. I needed time off, and because I didn't want to play games, because I felt, yeah, like I said, I, I, I just did a lot and got not, not a lot in return. Um, I just, yeah, I focused a lot more on myself, and it's just crazy how many things we were able to do for ourselves, without the need to play games a lot of times, and without the need of streaming them. And in a way, it was good. And I want to go back to the streams and everything, but I will try to find a more balanced schedule to do the streams. Um, because in a way I miss them. I like doing them, but it's I just we just needed this. We just needed some time off. We just needed to relax a bit when it comes to games, because we still have our work to do and um, our work. But we didn't spend, like I explained, we didn't spend the nights going to bed at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just slept better. We had a bit of a better. Um, we have taken a bit better care of ourselves. Slept a little better, and practically I have managed to also, like I said, train a lot lately, and get myself in better shape than I was, especially since December last year, or November last year, when I don't know. Whew. It happened that I just I we just didn't train as much as I used to, and now I'm just, yeah, we're going back to a better schedule, which is better for my health in the end, because it's good for my mental health and it's good for my health. I'm feeling that my heart has gotten stronger. I can breathe better. Hopefully, I can go back on track to a certain level that I was. Yeah, few. It's important. It's impossible to be at the level I was. I don't know, before. Before 2020, before the pandemic. Uh, but I want to get to a closer level to what I was back then. It just feels better. It just feels better, or I just feel better. Um, so after a uh, 1.5 months of training in a regular schedule, like I said, in a two training sessions per day, one in the morning, uh, one in the evening. Today I've made some sprints, and I didn't feel I'm gonna die after a sprint. After one sprint, I didn't feel like my heart rate went up, but then I recovered rather well. That means that my aerobic fitness is going towards where it needs to be. Yeah, I've started editing some things. Hopefully, I'll be able to write. I have a script I want to write that I've been wanting to write for a while, and do an independent film that I have not done a film in 6, 7 years. I think 8 years. I think, yeah, 7 or 8 years. I have not made a full. I've made That's the last time I made a full documentary. The pandemic really changed ways, uh, but yeah, I am changing ways in a way back, and I have to find a balance for the channel also, because I don't want to let the channel die. I've poured a lot of hours, a lot of knowledge, a lot of money into creating the studio, and I just needed a bit of a time off just to reassess myself. I don't know if we'll be able to do a lot during this summer, but from September we still have a few games from Essen that we need to churn through, and hopefully we're gonna get them to the table and learn them, and then stream them. Maybe do 1 or 2 streams this summer, and the rest in September and October before Essen, because we have reserved our staying in Essen, and we still want to go back to Essen, and we like going to Essen, and it has become a part of, it's a tradition now to go to Essen. But like I said, uh, I need a better balance in order to go back to in order to go back to certain things that I did, and do them those better than I didn't do it well. I was in this time. Um, it's not been, yeah. I I hope, I hope, yeah. I'm a little better. I hope. I don't know. I think I have a better misdemeanor. Is it correct? I hope I'm saying it correctly. I have had my um, my being the way it's a little bit better than I was almost a month ago. I think when I did that one. Um, and yeah, I haven't been able to do a lot of games lately. Um, I don't know if I'll just speak like this a little bit. Maybe someone will come by. If not, people who are enjoying our content and wants to see a bit of an update, we can see this, and I will not go too long. It's okay. It's 28 minutes, but we had those small issues back then, and so I don't think I've been speaking for 28 minutes. Um, I was able to finish that. I went to bed after we did the last stream, and in the morning I almost finished it that night, but in the morning I finally finished the computer, and I needed a few changes. I've changed some things on it, the way the AIO went in and all of those things. But I made it work, and I've been working on the computer, and it's working fine. And I managed to, like I said, to edit a few things, and it's so fast compared to what I had. So fast. Um, and I still have a few. Believe it or not, I have a project that I filmed 10 years ago, that it was a project for a friend. And when it's for a friend and you don't have a deadline, um, you don't, you just go for the things that you have in your deadlines. So, and then the pandemic came, and then, yeah. And I have a project, and she called me these days, it's been 10 years since my it was her wedding that I filmed, but it was a I filmed it. They had a wedding in the mountains, in the mountain, up top, up there at 2,000 meters, and I went with them, with a backpack, a huge backpack filled with gear, uh, and I filmed that, and it was a bit of a challenge, not the biggest challenge. Um, being yeah, back then I was training like crazy. Um, and yeah, and I filmed that, and I have never edited it, because I never had a gun to my head mainly. And now it's been, it would be nice. I gave them, back then I gave them a short edit with with the wedding. It was not a classical wedding. It was, like I said, they got married in the mountains, more or less. at 2,000 meters, and we slept in a cabin, and it was a sort of a different thing. I don't usually film weddings, but that one was interesting, and it was different. She's the kind of girl that, yeah, she sings and she goes on in the mountains, and um, she likes doing that, and it was an interesting project that I did, and I have all the data. Since then, I didn't have an editing computer. I was editing on my laptop when I needed it, but the laptop, it was a bit older, and I also had a lot of things, and then didn't, I never edited the whole thing. I gave them a short version right after right after the wedding, just before they had the official wedding, the one with uh, what's it called, guests and all that thing. You know what I mean. So I never edited that in the full length, and I have a lot of footage that I need to go through. And hopefully, after all the dust settles, I'll be able to edit that too. But I don't know why I want. I had some. That's what I wanted to say. I had some projects that I still need to get back to. um, yeah, and I told her, yeah, I'm gonna try to finish that one, to give it to you finally, the full version, the full blown version of that edit, not the short one that I already given to her. The short one being, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and the full blown probably is an hour and a half, something like that. It will end up being. Um, yeah. So I needed to go. Like I said, that's why things just, I need to. I put a lot of eggs. I try to really make this work, but the way I want to do it, it's not the way probably most people want it as a content. So I put a lot of years and hours into this project that didn't work out um in the way that I was hoping it will work out, in a way that will give us a little bit more income, in order for the hours to, or in order to be worth it for all the hours that we were putting into. So that's why I kind of needed to reconsider some things, and that's why I took the break that I did. But like I said, I don't want to just finish it. It's just going to be different. I don't know, because it, something else needs to be a priority. This will probably not be a priority anymore, but we do need to make it, in order that all the companies that have worked with us, to get their reviews and all of that. So we need to finish all of that and then see how we move on from there. Probably from this season, I will not come back with a lot of games. It's just hard, and I was thinking of this reviewers market, or influencers market, if you want. It's more and more an influencers market. You will slowly get reviewers, or whatever we're doing. You most likely won't get it, because companies mainly want influencers that just influence and just say everything is perfect. Um, and I think also most of the viewers just want to be lied to. Just want they want to hear that the game is great. Because I think they kind of want to spend their money on it. I feel that this is the psychology of everything. So it's not something for me. I don't really care to do that. So that's why I have to, like I said, I just needed to just move a little, go a little bit backwards, take a few steps back, look at it, and see, okay, what do you want to do moving forwards? What you can do. You'll not be able to make enough money for it to be worth it to spend the so many hours that you used to spend on doing this, and hours that has taken real toll on me, physically and psychologically. uh and like I said, I want to move forwards, but probably with there are very few new games that I want to go to, and probably we're going to play games that make us happy and put it on stream. And if we get an audience that just sits there and have fun with us and enjoy it with us, and uh, connects with us, it's just good. If not, we'll just put some just churn some through games and have fun, and just do it for the fun of it, um, because for the money, it's just not possible in this way. um, it's a race. It became a race for who puts content first, and uh eh, eh, for me, if I go right now and I don't know, do a playthrough of a game that everybody else did a playthrough of, um it's it, it's not for 90% of the games. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I am interested in, I don't know, maybe playing Speakeasy, maybe playing Great Library, playing certain games I'm interested in. Uh, but I'm interested in Medico. I've seen some new games that I would like to play. It's a whole games, and usually whatever whole games comes out with, I'm interested. But there's not a whole lot of games that really interest me, and I will just focus on games that really interest me, those few games, and if I'll be able to get it at SNL, I'm gonna just try my butt off to get them. But and then just play some more Arc, right? Hopefully find I'm gonna just try to find a few more players to play with, and just enjoy streams, a few streams a month that hopefully will be fun enough for our core audience to enjoy, even if it's, yeah, uh, a few. We're just like I said, we're very grateful for the audience that found us and watched our playthroughs and have fun watching our playthroughs. Um, so yeah, that's the way forwards. It's not I have stressed a lot trying to get the newest games, trying to get to this publisher and this publisher and this publisher, and be look what the quality we're trying to achieve and everything, and nobody just budged. It everything stopped at, look at how many subscribers you have. So uh, hopefully we're not going to lose the core audience that we have, and they'll still happily enjoy the things that we put out, and hopefully find a few more and just have this, yeah, and mainly, I don't know, just count on you guys to say, this is a game. This is an older game that I would like, and if I have it, just play that at a certain point. And like I said, get some newer ones that are I'm really really interested in. Uh, but s- I'm not gonna try to, because it didn't work out. I tried to create contacts with publishers, and I tried to show it. It's all about just numbers, and uh, it, just numbers is not something I'm interested in. This is a world of numbers. That's true, and but I'm not offering numbers. I have offered a part of myself by doing this, and when this is not um, I don't know, well received, if this one does not give out, give up, or give out numbers, doesn't churn out numbers, it is what it is. Um, yeah. Other than that, we've been, I don't know, having a little bit of fun. We've been taking a bit of a trip. The summer here has been out. There were 4 or 5 days when we had the heat, when that heat was in Western Europe. It came here too, but it fast went away. I mean, it was 4 or 5 days, and then the temperatures dropped. It has been one of the best summers in the last, I don't know, 4 years. It has not been, I mean, a July that has been breezy. It has been nice. Nice. It has been, yeah, breezy. Like I said, running in the morning, it has been a pleasure. Usually I do a recovery run in the morning, because at night I do about an hour and a half uh, training session, and then in the morning I do a half to a 40 minutes recovery run in the next morning, and it has been wonderful to run. Uh, Usually in the a year ago, 2 years ago, if you know, even if you would have gone at 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock would have been probably 27 degrees outside. If you go at 9 or 10, it would have been 32, 33, 34. Would have been just crazy. But this year it was pleasant. It's pleasant here. It's a pleasant weather. Um, I don't know how it is here. It is like that. I don't know how it is in the rest of Europe. But yeah, we still have, so this month and almost, I think, half of the, we still have um, about a month until we'll be able to take our vacation. But we are, I don't know, we've I've changed a bit my view on things, and I've just taken the pace a bit down, and I have um, changed my some of my views on things, because I felt I was running myself to the ground. I was practically, I don't know, because I was deteriorating my health with the way I was doing things, and it was just, I mean, it was unsustainable. Uh, I, I I want, or I try to enjoy the things that I do. This is I this is a thing that people hate on. They people most of the people hate or don't like people who make or try to make money or make money out of the things that they enjoy to do. So this is I have transformed a lot of my hobbies in ways of trying to make money out of it if it's possible without losing I don't know, quality, without losing, not doing just for the money, just trying to make some money in order to make it sustainable. And I've done with a lot of things that I did because I have seen my mother at home hating her job. And I said that in this life, I'll try not to hate all the jobs that I do. And although in the work that I do, there are hateable people, believe it or not, um, yeah, you can't you deal with persons that are just you wonder how did they end up in certain positions as marketing directors or as I don't know, things like marketing director, something like that. In this area, you wonder how did they end up in companies like that. Well, although there are I do love what I'm doing with everything that I do. And I want to, even if I do something commercially, a thing which is has absolutely no art in it, I still enjoy trying to find ways of making it work. Uh, and yeah, I don't know where I started. I'm just speaking. Maybe some people will join here. If not, yeah, it was a bit of an impromptu. I said, I haven't been doing anything lately, so before I go to bed, let's just try to make a bit of a stream, a bit of an update because I have this big beard because unfortunately my uncle died in about a week ago. That's why I wanted to do this last week, and it was just impossible uh, because my uncle died. Uh, and this was a bit of a source of sadness and realization that I'm living in a country that's asking myself if I still want to live in here, and that is an answer that I still need to get an answer to. Because if I want to leave, I will have to do it while I'm still young enough to do it. Because my uncle went to the hospital, stayed there for about a week. They let him go, and then he died from a heart attack at home because that was weird because a few months ago in April he went to do a heart he did some heart investigations and the heart investigations were fine, and yet he had died from a heart attack, acute heart attack. um and yeah, and a hospital became practically a morgue that let him die. And yeah, that was not a pleasant it was not a pleasant week. It was not a pleasant week. Um and yeah, it reminded me that this is a yeah, this country became more and more a survival place, a bit of a this war of mine board game when everybody where everybody needs to survive on its own, has that needs to have the right um, needs to know the right persons, needs to know the because otherwise, if you don't, you might end up going home and dying from something that could have been probably prevented if a hospital would have taken care of him, um, and probably would have had a few more years to live. But hey, that's something sad that I yeah don't want to go back to right now. But that is why I last week I wanted last last week yeah, and I was not able to do absolutely nothing. And even these, I'll try to do these. I wanted to do it at least once a week, but yeah, life got in the way, and that's why I did this impromptu thing. I said, let's do this before I don't know something else happens this week. It's still Monday, and yeah, maybe tomorrow. I've started to watch some football again. I I haven't watched a whole. If you remember, I don't know if you whoever is with us. I think I was doing a live stream when during the last World Cup in 2022. We were doing live streams, lots of them, and at some point somebody said that something about Argentina and it's in the final or Argentina for the finals, things like that. I haven't watched a World Cup in 10 years, 14 years. The last one I have watched was in 2012, 2013, uh, when Turkey, I think, got to the semifinal. In 2026, Turkey didn't pass the group stage, uh, and they had a pretty good generation. Um, and I have for the first I watched a few games at this World Cup. Four, maybe in the whole World Cup. 4 or 5 games I've watched, maybe, and it was nice to watch a few. I remembered my childhood because the last time the World Cup was in USA was in '94, and in '94, I still some hello to someone who's coming by, someone new who is here, um, and so 1994 when Romania was qualified. I think it no, it was the last or no, the penultimate World Cup that it qualified. The last one was in '98, and we almost reached the semifinals. We lost to Sweden in the before the semifinal, and we lost it at penalties. And I remember that because I was 10 years old, something like that, 10, 11 years old, and we stayed up, and we were allowed to be stayed late. Hey, Andrew. And I remembered that, and I wanted to look just to see the U.S. Cup, but not Romania there. Hey, Andrew. Yes, I said it. I said it earlier. The PC ended up. I stayed a little bit longer that night, and I switched some things around because it's a very small case. And yes, we I used it, and I also edited some things on it, and it is fast compared to my laptop. Uber fast. And Andrew, what did you say you are you are you're from England or Scotland? Um where is my this one? Let's see if I can find. Oh, you're from Canada. Oh, yeah, you're from Canada. You're right. You're from Canada. Sorry, I was a little bit. You're from Canada. Oh, Canada. I have some friends in Alberta, by the way, in Calgary. Great friends. Since they were kids, they moved there, and I thought because I was speaking. I don't know if you've heard me. My uncle died, and uh, he was uh, he was in the hospital. He was released, and he died at home from a heart attack 2 days later. And I was contemplating if I could go out of this country, if I should go, if I'm because I mm, yeah. What country would I go to? And Canada is a country I always thought of because of my friends. In 2019, I was not, I would say very close, but I was really considering moving. I was really considering then moving. But I always hoped my country will at some point come to its senses and transform itself into a more normaler one. But it doesn't seem to happen. And when something like that happens, what happened to my uncle, for example, it just reminds me that here you're at the mercy of your relationships and all of those. That if you have a good relationship to a certain doctors, you might get good care, but otherwise you don't get good care. And um, yeah, and Canada was and is on my list. If I would move, probably that's the country I would go to because um, yeah, I have those friends there in Calgary, and they always say, "Come, come, come, come! If you want to move, we're here. We're gonna help you." But yeah, you never know. um, and yeah, how are you, Andrew? How is life there? Have you watched the World Cup? Did you go to some of the matches? I think Canada punched above its weight for the first time. Yeah, yeah. They have explained me. They have explained to me that it's cold when they came and they explained, and then yeah, we talked about um it's hot during summer, during winter. Don't call it soccer, Andrew. It's football. It's football. They only play with their feet. That's why it's called football. Only the Americans call football something that they play with their hands, and they hit that rugby ball with their feet once or twice per game. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but not a lot of times. Here, it's in football, you only hit it with your feet, and if you hit it with your hand, is a penalty. Yeah, but hey, it's football. Um, and yeah, I was saying that I was for the first time in a long, long time with this break that I have taken from just for not because we haven't played games. I was able to watch a few games of the World Cup, um, 4 or 5 of them, something like that. Not a lot, and I was quite annoyed because I wanted the other teams to win. Um, Spain is a bit lucky. I feel there's a lot of luck there. Hopefully, and Argentina the same. Not a fan, um, but I don't really care. In the end, whatever happens, it happens. Um, it's not like, and I was remembering in '94 when I was a small child, I was watching the games because Romania was qualified because back then we had good football. Uh, and we stayed up late, and it was a great. I still have those memories built inside me watching those. We played against Argentina. We we took off Argentina from the competition. Argentina of Maradona, and I don't remember if I think Maradona was not playing that game because he was suspended or something. Um, and we sent them home. Great memories, great memories. And it's a football can be a very a communion feel. I forgot the term how it is in English. It's something that yeah we can all experience. Yeah. What have you been doing, Andrew? If you're here and you want to keep me company a little bit for a few more, maybe a few more minutes before I go finally to bed. Um, you have been playing games lately? Because we just like I have said it in the beginning of the video. I just I focused more on my health, and hopefully I look a little bit better and I look a little bit more optimistic than I used to. I focused more on going back into training and training quite hard. I would say, focusing on sleeping more hours and all of that. This is what we did. What did you do lately? Oh no. Hopefully everything is fine. Is the stream all right? Yeah, it looks all right. I tend not to game in the summer. That's not a bad idea. Have to on it to be honest with you. It is a good activity for from autumn onwards. um, I don't know. I have a thing. I don't know if it's from the U.S. I had a thing because now I remembered. Because I wanted to ask you. You know, one of my biggest dreams since for a long, long time is to do the U.S. on a motorcycle from north to south with the normal Canada. That's smart. That's really smart. Enjoying the sun and the heat. I think a lot of people, all of us, should be more in the sun. Uh, and at the right hours though. And so going from Canada to probably Mexico and doing some of those wonderful parks in the US and just experiencing. I don't know, it's a dream of mine. It has been a dream of mine for a long, long time. And I have remembered when I was a child, I I received, well, I have seen some pictures. So I have when I was when I was a child, I have received a small thing that you looked through it. You put it in like this to your head, and then you hit a thing, and it moved like a sort of a picture. It had a disc that you put in, and then you hit it, and it moved around. I have received it from someone who I think went to Canada, and I had some pictures because they were practically photographs. There were film strips, very small strips. I think there were 8 millimeter film strips that it was magnified through the small thing. I don't remember how it was called because I don't know what happened with all of my toys when I was a child. My father just didn't really care about those, so he threw them away and I can't find them anymore. And you clicked on it and it moved and it was magnified to that small thing that you looked through it like that. And I had some. It had pictures from Niagara Falls, and they were well done pictures, and I think maybe something started from there because I wanted to go there. I wanted to see those because it almost felt like the way I was looking. It almost felt like the water was hitting me, and but and then I had a few more things with Winnie the Pooh and a few more cartoons on those, but those were just really the Niagara Falls one is something that I remember vividly, and I don't know if I cannot find that kind. I don't know how it's called. I don't know if there that kind of toy still exists. But I would buy myself one just to for the the joy of remembering my childhood. And yeah, those things were yeah, I got those things when at the beginning of 90s when in Romania that was a post-communist Romania that you couldn't find it was you couldn't find almost anything and you when you see those things it was just it, I can't explain the feeling, or I would need to write a few paragraphs to explain the feeling that I had back then when I received that gift. It was from someone who had connections outside of Romania and went to Canada and yeah came back. And then my friends moved there late 90s, I think, beginning of the 2000s. And yeah, and then they came back and yeah, talked to me about Canada. But that, that is a bit of a dream of mine. Just go through from north to south, maybe do a little bit of. I'm a uh, I'm a big fan of Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger and and I like Coulter Wall, by the way, which which is yours. Coulter Wall is full on Canadian, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and I don't know. I would like to hopefully be able to do this in this life to just go through it. I don't know why. There are some things which are unexplainable. And I think Canada is great because I have seen pictures and I have seen the what is it called, the Alaska Trail, or how is it called, um that a lot of people do on motorcycles, and I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers is Canadian. I don't know if you ever heard of him, which is Ryan F9, and I have been watching him. It's been more than 10 years. Probably I was because I have been a biker for almost yeah, motorcycle rider for almost 20 to 20 years, and I am in a way a national. I am. I'm trying to find the term in English. Um, I practically wake up, grew up with YouTube. Um, so I've been following certain things since they weren't as cool as they are now. A lot of people found the Fortnite YouTube channel later on. I see. Probably not, but there are mountains and there are passes and in I don't know if you're familiar with Fort 9. Okay, the Trans Canada Highway, something like that. I think it is. Um, I've seen some passes. I think there are a few places that have mountains that uh, that are wonderful to go through. So that's a thing that I would most likely want to do, and then go through the US and do the national parks, and maybe, I don't know, go to certain places that I would like to go. That uh-huh. So you're an outdoorsy type of guy. Hello to anyone who is joining us. Maybe they can join the conversation. We are just having a little bit of um, conversation. I'm just trying to do these so maybe people find more about me, and maybe they find us about us. So the and maybe outside games find other topics. So you're an outdoorsy type of guy, Andrew, or you were an outdoorsy type of guy. You're not these. You're not as much these days. Uh, well, it's kind of hard in winter to go hiking, especially in Canada where it is minus, I don't know, 20 degrees probably Celsius. I'm speaking in Celsius. I don't know what it is Fahrenheit, and I just use the international system. You Americans with your inches and your feet and your feet pound and feet pounds and things like that. Sorry, I cannot translate in all of those. I'm sorry. Um, but I think you in Canada have centimeters, right? And you have Celsius, right? You're in the normal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, because I mean, your queen is still the you're independent, but the king is still your king, right? We are normal, yes. Yeah, you are normal, yeah. Oh man, why is it hard for everyone? The America wants to be special on things that they just don't. Yeah, but I think that's from England, though. England also has they don't measure in kilograms, they measure in stones. Uh, I what do you mean in stones? I wear two stones. What do you mean? Anyways, okay. Um, so yeah, it's I would like to go to do that on a bike and see the beauties that I've seen other travelers. I've seen some footage of parks and passes, and maybe do just I'm not a huge motorcycle festival guy. Being a sort of an introvert, I I kind of like riding alone and or with D. Um, and so, but I would like to go to I don't know, Sturgis like festival or things like that, just for the fun of it, going once. Oh, there are some great rides, Andrew, and there's some great sightseeing. I have been through all the Balkan, almost all the Balkan. I had not been through Greece, but I've been to Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Slovenia, Austria, Italy, uh, and so I've been doing my vacation on motorcycles for since 2000. My first one was in 2011. Then 2012 I didn't, but the rest, so for 16 years, 15 years, 14 years, I did my vacations only on motorcycle. And I've been riding through all of these countries, and I cannot say that I've done everything. There are still things that I'd like to see in Italy or see again. There are still things that I want to go through Austria, um, Germany. I have not been to France because it's so far away. France, I have not done the Picos and the Pyrenees, and I have seen some footage of the Picos and the Pyrenees, which are looking awesome, awesome. Um, but I've done a bit of the Alps. I've done a bit of Switzerland, and man, I through Switzerland I rode with the biggest thing in my ass, fear, because man, the everything is the cops are everywhere, and you get fines for if you if you're not keeping your lane, you're gonna get fines. They're just crazy. Um, but stunning, wonderful, wonderful country, wonderful passes. The I did the Stelvio Pass. I did um the what's it called? The I missed a few passes, one or two passes in Switzerland, and I have there are a few more that were not able because of the weather last year. We took a different route, and so there are great, wonderful Furka, yeah, Furka Pass, and the other one, which is the other one, the save my buttocks again, and Grimsel Pass, yeah. There are some great, and it's not just for motorcycles. You can go with your car there and go through those passes. They're just what's the saying, sight for sore eye, right? You're just they it's just wonderful. And also in Romania, also Romania has some wonderful passes and some wonderful roads. And I'm not speaking of the well-known ones, which everybody comes and everybody wants to do, Transalpina and Transfăgărășan. There are other passes which are great to do in the north of the country and somewhere in the west of the country, and yes, the Bukovina is Romania is also. You just have to be careful because the drivers are not are Balkans. It's in the Balkans, but it's also the Balkan. Um, we're not exactly in the Balkans, but the way we act is like we're in the Balkans. Yeah, wonderful views we've had. The Europe is the Alps, and yeah, the like I Picos Pyrenees, wonderful things to watch, to see. And in the Alps, I've seen it with my own eyes. In the Pyrenees, I've seen some things from my brother because he lives in France. He lives there, and he was able to do some tours. And he sent me some pictures, and the images are stunning. France is a beautiful country. There's a lot of history also. So if you go, it's not just the ride itself. You go through wonderful towns that they're just old towns that have a lot of history, and it's just good atmosphere. And this goes if it's Austria, if it's Germany, if it's Italy, if it's you get that, which is harder in a way to get through if you go through US. I highly recommend you do it. And just I don't know. I don't think it's more expensive than US and Canada is. I might think it's a bit cheaper. Uh if you find cheap plane tickets, just just yeah, move a bit through Europe, because I think it's it's good to see the different culture, and this is a reason why I would like to go and do US and Canada. To I want to experience a bit of the this culture and just everything. For me, it was I first got out of Romania in 2008, and it was a cultural shock because uh we we grew up in a certain way, with certain things, and everything was different. It was a very big shock, and it transformed my way of viewing the world, and it enriched my way of seeing the world, the museums that I saw, the world that I saw. It was so different from what I have been knowing, and I was only able to do that when I was 25 years old. And practically, if we had we entered the EU in 2007, and we didn't need visas anymore, and we were just going through every country with the uh, with our ID. And it's a lot of things change, because when you grow up in a poor communist country where your parents just try to make ends meet and just help you transform yourself and create yourself your future, you have no idea what the other world has. And it was like it was transformative for myself. And from then on, I traveling became a way. I try to see as much as I can. I don't like to just put myself, and that's why I love traveling with my motorcycle. Um, because it puts me there, and it takes me through every small village that I go through, and it takes me and it takes me there. I don't like the just get a plane, go there, uh, go to a resort, and that's I don't like that. Although I would say it's far more relaxing than going on a motorcycle for I don't know 500, 600 kilometers sometimes per day. Yeah, that's work. But what I get out of it is the experience, the experience of experiencing the joy of experiencing what I'm going through, what I'm seeing, what I'm and I feel more. And that's why I'm not a fan of just going to a somewhere. And if because that's the having children changes the way you do things. If I would like to integrate children, I will probably for a while not be able to use a motorcycle, but I can use a car and just integrate um, them into my life, not uh, put my life or in. or transform completely my life because you have kids. And I have seen these with these friends I was talking to, where they have managed um they have managed to keep going in the mountains, on the mountains, and doing all these things with their kids. And practically they integrated the kids in their lives, not put their lives completely on hold because they had kids. And that transforms the way, in a way that you can also live. Of course, it's harder to do that on motorcycles, but yeah. Anyways, well, it has been nice chatting to you too, and thank you for staying with me and making me talk. And I'll see you if you'll have the time next time. You have a wonderful dinner with your family, and yeah, uh, we are not. I'll end this by saying that uh, with a bit of a I don't know, a short form of what I've said before, a resume. No, not a resume means something else. Sorry for that. It's a anyway, a short ending. Um, we are not off. We are still. Um, thank you. We are still going to do this. The channel will not die, but it's going to be just a rearrangement, and we're just going to go for games that I really love, that I want to play, and I will be playing it in a on let's I would say I'll do it in a different schedule, not in a way that is a job like it has been until now for years, but because this job did not pay. That was the main issue. But all the um all the good people that are following us and are with us can have a say on what games, older and newer, that are interesting to me, uh, will be playing. And we will be able to show you with high quality image, or high image quality, how the games look, how they play, and good sound quality. And most of the time, I think also, or a lot of times, high level playing, if we really know the game. Uh, but I can't guarantee that will happen all the time. So I want to thank anyone who came and watched live. I'll thank anyone who'll come and watch after the fact. If you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe. Give us some likes, because some likes will tell the algorithm that something decent happens here. Having a few likes, it's nice. It will be even better if it's more. And a few comments. Just say hello. Just say you're awful. You're the worst board gamer that exists. I'll take that. And like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tell us what games do you like. Tell us what games would you like to see played. Tell us how you are. Um, we're here. And until next time, Dee, which I think she's in bed right now, and myself would say, play a lot, play loads, as you Brits say, have fun. Uh, now, because now I'll have to integrate a boot in my speech, but I'll see how I'll integrate that. Until then, play lot, play loads, as you Brits say, have fun, and bye bye, fine folks, wherever in the world you are. And I don't have the monkey. I have the monkey. Wait for it. The monkey says, bye bye. And Mr. Pooh is somewhere over there. Subscribe. Subscribe. The monkey says subscribe. I'm not saying it. The monkey says. And listen to the monkey, because the monkey is cute, and the monkey uh, asks for subscribers. You subscribe for the monkey, not me. If you don't like me, it's fine. But you must like the monkey. So subscribe for the monkey. Bye